Divergent Universe Orynyx sang a prophecy about gold, a prophecy that gilded the newborn world with prosperity. Divergent Universe in that pastoral era Chrysia, Orynyx was the most overlooked of the gods. Their words were barely heard, and their altar was devoid of offerings and followers, only accumulating dust. Because all of humanity's needs were met, there was no hunger, cold, or pain, and every day in the future would be as happy as today. Who would need prophecies then? In that era, the only thing humanity needed from Orynyx might have been to gaze at the stars under the night sky. And Orynyx was not angry about this, still lonely, continuing to prophesize. At that time, the world had no changes. Conflicts, accompanied by the sound of war drums, surged forward, followed closely by various schemes. All certainties were shattered. Those alive today could be dead tomorrow, regardless of whether are a commoner or a king. Before the Temple of Orynyx, the ground was filled with worshippers seeking guidance. And one after another, prophetic altars rose up, their number even surpassing that of the public baths at one point. In the darkest moments, the vulnerability of humanity was laid bare, but Orynyx did not abandon these opportunistic people. Instead, Orynyx patiently guided them. They allowed generals to grasp the roots of rebel attacks, and they enabled doctors to know the outbreak time of plagues. Under the protection of prophecy, people reignited their fighting spirit and struggled to keep life moving forward. The granularity of this prophecy is quite detailed. Some deceive others under the banner of the Evernight Veil, the most famous member being Zagreus. They once disguised themselves as Orynyx, declaring that a great flood was about to engulf Elcaria, causing the entire city to flee overnight. Similar tricks were played time and again, but most people still willingly fell for them, showing just how devout they were toward Orynyx back then. That is, until Orynyx could no longer bear it and only shared the prophecies with the senior priests, for only they could discern Orynyx's true form. The earliest anti-fraud measure. From that point on, most people could no longer communicate directly with Orynyx. The priests monopolized the right to converse with the divine, but fortunately, they remained dutiful enough to carry out Orynyx's imposed obligations year after year. But if every path requires a god's light to illuminate it, how far can humanity truly advance? Should the day come when they abandon us, where would we turn then?